Fonterra is a significant exporter. We export about 95% of everything that we produce to around 130 markets across the globe. So trade is really fundamental for our business. We do face a number of key barriers to dairy trade globally. These come in the forms of high tariffs and costly non-tariff barriers. So when it comes to tariffs, for example, we estimate that we have access to around 12% of global dairy consumption at tariffs of less than 10%. So it's a pretty small margin when you're looking at global dairy consumption as a whole. In some markets, for example in Canada, we face out-of-quota tariffs of around 200%. So these are really significant costs for dairy exporters. We also face a number of costly non-tariff barriers. So these are things like, overly burdensome import licensing requirements. The NZIER actually did a report a number of years ago which estimated that the cost to dairy exporters alone in the Asia-Pacific region was in the realm of around $3 billion. So really significant challenges for us globally. So the New Zealand-UK FTA is truly historic and across the board delivered a really high quality, comprehensive outcomes for exporters. And for dairy, for example, all of the tariffs and quotas will be phased out over 5 years, at which point all New Zealand dairy will enter the UK quota and tariff free. There are some transitional quotas during that time for milk, fat and for cheese, but these are of commercially significant volumes which will provide access effectively from day one. In terms of our business at the moment into the UK, in 2021, less than 1% of New Zealand's dairy exports went to the UK, and this is because of the prohibitively high tariff and overly restrictive quota administration requirements to trade into that market. But what we know is that UK consumers and customers are willing to pay a premium for New Zealand provenance, quality and our sustainability credentials. So we certainly see opportunities in that market as a result of the access granted under the FTA. Like the UK, Europe has a number of customers and consumers who are willing to pay a premium. At present, New Zealand exports to the European Union are very limited because of high tariff and non-tariff barriers, but it's a really significant market with a tradition of high dairy consumption. The EU in total produces around 6.5 times the dairy in New Zealand. It's the world's largest dairy exporter as well. So, any sense that dairy is considered sensitive in these negotiations is a little bit of a mystery to us. So we have a number of sourcing joint ventures in Europe where we are partnering with European producers. So the opportunities through an FTA really provide opportunities for us to enhance those partnerships so we can add further value to the European milk pool for the benefit of both New Zealand and European farmers and customers.